All right. Tonight, the drink of choice for the show is a holiday classic, which features some eggnog and cognac. Got some Courvoisier this evening. All right, let the show begin. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Maurice, and you're watching Talking Sports and More with Maurice. And it's been a dandy of a week 14 in the NFL. And this has been a dandy of a drink, as you can tell. It's been some outtakes. All right. So let's go ahead and, I was going to say dive back in, but hey, like I said, it's been some outtakes. And it's cold out here, all right? It's about 42 degrees. Coming to you live and direct from my farm den. Fresno in the building. Let's go back to last Thursday night's game with the Raiders versus the Rams. Baker Mayfield finds himself on a new team. He just got there. The nigga just got there Tuesday. And he's starting on a Thursday. Raiders, one of my homeboys, my partner, he gonna tell me, he just posted that, Raiders is a team nobody wants to face. Okay. Well, I guess Baker Mayfield woke up that morning, feeling dangerous. I picked the Raiders to win this game. All right. I mean, Baker Mayfield, he just getting there. No Aaron Donald, no Cooper Kupp. The Rams pretty much are out of it as far as with the playoffs. They really don't, they're dead in the water. Here come the Raiders, still trying to keep their season alive here, their playoff hopes alive. And what do you have? Raiders special teams. They dancing, doing a greedy. Their punter. They back the Rams inside the 2-yard line. Really no timeouts to go. They got to go 98 yards. Everything's all good. It wasn't. Baker Mayfield led the Rams on a 98-yard drive to beat the Raiders. Raiders are now 5-8. The Rams move up to 4-9. Both of these teams are done for the season. No playoffs for either of these teams. It seemed like going into the season, both teams were, the Rams and Raiders, were looking to get back into the postseason. As far as with the Rams, they were talking about repeating as Super Bowl champs. None of that shit is going to happen now. Ravens, Steelers. I picked the Steelers to win this game, knowing that Lamar Jackson was going to be out. Their offense is going to be vulnerable. Their defense has been really, they've been struggling this season. Lord and behold, the Steelers end up losing 16-14. The Ravens is nothing like having a kicker. Little sirens jumping off in the background. And the Jets, the Jets, Jets are hanging on by a thread at this point in time. They dropped to 7-6 after losing to the Bills, 20-12. Bills, they are where they should be, sitting on top of the mountain there at 10-3. Chiefs and Broncos. I know that Russell Wilson has been a little bit disturbing, a little bit weird, if you will, this season. We're not going to talk about where Travis Kelce said, how he had his conversation with, it is very cold out here. Let me put everything in perspective here, okay? Let me warm some things up here, okay? Damn it, it's cold. You're going to have me talking like I ain't got no damn sense. Let's warm things up a bit, shall we? Just hold on. Everybody just hold on, doggone it. definitely got to warm some things up here. All right, definitely got to warm some things up. It's a big difference. I'm gonna leave it right there. It's a big difference. Broncos. We all understood that they're gonna have their struggles coming into this season, but nothing like this, especially with the type of defense that they've had, and also with their running game. Looked at it just a quarterback away. Russell Wilson wasn't playing that good in Seattle, and looked like that's a trend all this season. And I'm gonna post a highlight, and I'm gonna try to have it right about here. This is it. This is basically the season for Russell Wilson. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, as the Broncos are sitting at 3-10. Not a good look at all. Buyer's remorse definitely in the building. You give a guy like that with $165 million, and this is your return on your investment. Broncos can't be too thrilled about what's happening. Look for them to make a coaching change in the offseason. Let's see what happens thereafter. The Buccaneers have been struggling this season. They're sitting at right now 6-6, top of the NFC South, with the Panthers right behind them. Now, we knew that, the 49ers have a damn good defense this season. And this game looked like it was coming into this game. I listened to some sports shows, the 49ers going to walk all over them. Some had Brady coming out on top. The Buccaneers winning the game. Myself personally, I had the 49ers winning this game, but more competitive than this game. Damn, 35-7. I was there live. It was in the building, and I wouldn't say it got out of hand early. It just, especially in the first quarter, it seems like the Buccaneers just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. And that's crazy. Did he really dance, bitch, dance? I bet you that nigga was watching Harlem Nights hide in the motherfucker. I'm telling you, I ain't never, ever. I mean, niggas, but not nothing on this magnitude where you have a hip-hop superstar and Megan Thee Stallion versus, I don't know shit about Tory Lanez. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what possessed this dude. Like I said, he must have been watching Harlem Nights. If you haven't watched Harlem Nights, watch it. You know exactly what I'm talking about with Eddie Murphy, what he did. No spoilers, just in case you haven't seen it. Watch it. This is where he got the inspiration. But as far as what the Buccaneers, like I said, this has been a trend all season long. This is why they're 6-6. When I mention no consistency, no rhythm, no rhyme, no anything. There's not a balancing act going on, but with the running game and the passing game, they can't get out of their own way. As far as with holding penalties, very costly because Tua Funky, I'm sitting right there like, oh no, nigga, no. He moved all the way up. There was no coverage on the back end. Mike Evans seemed like just easy touchdown. Buccaneers defense came up with a turnover. Had the ball in great field position. Again, penalties. So, and Tom Brady, the way he's throwing the ball, I've never seen Tom Brady throw the ball with such duckness. I don't know if that's a word or not, but when you throw a duck, everybody know what throwing ducks is all about. So, duckness. You know, when you throwing the ball and it's nowhere near the receiver, just, you know, barely making it to the ground towards his feet. Maybe he don't want to throw a turnover. He threw 2 interceptions. Greenlaw had to earn his. And the one before that, it looked like Brady overthrew Mike Evans, and Gibson ended up having an interception. But just the running game hasn't been there. The passing game hasn't been there. The blocking hasn't been there. And the defense has been suspect. 6-6. That's what that's gonna get you. You know. And right now, I know, like my sister, he should have been home trying to fight for his family. You know, I don't like bringing that into the equation. Again, I hang my hat on this. Brady's poor play has nothing to do with what's going on, well, what happened in his personal life. I think this is just not a very good football team. Was there's Todd Bowles just not coaching them up? You know, the injuries that's going on with the Buccaneers. And all, you know, and as far as with Sunday, you running up against a defense that right now no offense wants to play. No, right now, not before. Whatever I'm talking about right now. 49ers move ahead. They improve to 9-4. Buccaneers fall to 6-6. I don't like what's going on with the Dolphins right now. Tua Tagovailoa, he seems to be a little shaky in the pocket. You know, first he was those missiles, everything was all good. Now he's turning the ball over. He's inaccurate. Even though right now they're 8-5, but the Chargers took care of business to keep their season alive at 7-6. I want to bring up the Cowboys for one reason and one reason only. When you play a team that you should mollywop and then you don't, why? Are you not ready? You know, it's been a fabulous season. You know, a lot of Cowboy fans are talking about playing in February. But you gotta take care of these teams. You really do. You know, bury them early. They had a fighting claw. Another 98-yard game-winning drive. I like that. I really do. It shows you, like, when they are all locked in and loaded, like, they can do that. It shouldn't have taken that. But right now, the Dallas Cowboys, they can do that. They can drive the field. Now you're at the point that if they were in the same position last year, now you better clock management. Now you have the opportunity to put the ball in the end zone and maybe perhaps beat the 49ers 24-23. You have that ability now. All right? So now let's see how T.Y. Hilton will come into play. But that's bullshit on Sunday. That's chicken shit. You can't have a close game against the Texans and think like, okay, we still that team. Eagles are that team. Niners are that team. And you can throw everybody else up. But weren't you saying a lot of good things about the Vikings? That pissed me off Sunday. They really did. You know, disappointing that they lost. But at the same token, some things, you know, you have to put aside and just look at football. Now, if the 49ers can climb up to the second seed, better position in the playoffs, then so be it. Again, I don't see an offense right now that want to face the 49ers defense. Thank you so much for tuning in with me again. I am freezing. I'm going to go ahead and call it a wrap here. And that's what we did, recap week 14. We added 2 more games in there, which was the Raiders and Rams. And also, I just want to touch on, even though they won, how disappointed it was to see the Dallas Cowboys struggling against a team like the Houston Texans. I'm just kidding, it kind of tickled me a little bit. You bring that bullshit to the playoffs, you will be going home early. Thank you again for watching. Happy holidays for everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.